And that was one of my favorite Billy Squier songs, Lonely is the Night from 1981. A lot of Zeppelin influence there. Of course, Squier has the high vocal range that Plant does, but the most glaring Zeppelin comparison would be the monster drums of Bobby Chenard. It's got that Bonham just beating the tar out of the drums, man. Also, you've got throughout the song sort of a slower groove, that Bonham groove thing going on, but toward the end kind of takes off, starts to soar. The Zeppelin oftentimes did that at the end. They just pushed forward, double time, whatever it may take to really take off there toward the end. And also you may notice the breaks, at least in one or two places, has kind of a Nobody's Fault But Mine tribute to me. I mean, I think it's just blatantly a tribute there. All right, so the 80s saw the big kick of Zeppelin influence. The late 80s, of course, with Whitesnake, Great White, all these bands, and we'll be listening to that later. But I think where it really started, I mean, Squier had some influence there. Guess who had some influence? But when we started trying to do that Zeppelin sound in the late 80s, I believe what started it was in 1984 with the Deep Purple reunion, the classic lineup of Deep Purple, and their Perfect Strangers album. This is the title track, Perfect Strangers, which has that big drum beat. It's got Plant-like vocals, like the styling, but not the range. Like, you know, Ian Gillan doesn't sound like Plant, but he phrases things similarly. It's got that Eastern feel to it, kind of like Kashmir, and it even goes so far as to do the strings, brings to mind the bow that Jimmy Page used, and also you'll hear it later in Whitesnake with Still of the Night. But first, 1984, Deep Purple with Perfect Strangers.